healthy and inside. Today we're going to be doing our intermediate mat sequence. So I hope you're ready to work hard, sweat hard, because you know what? Intermediate mat is nothing to roll your eyes at. So let's get started. We're now going to lay ourselves on down. Our hands are going to be behind our head, pulling those elbows apart. We're going to lift our feet up into our Pilates V, so heels together, toes apart, and we're going to start with our footwork. So when you're ready, curling that head and chest on up, and then you're inhaling to press on out. Exhale to come back on in. Make sure those elbows are pulling nice and wide apart. Inhale to press on out. Exhale back on in. You're squeezing your glutes to press out. You're exhaling, pulling those abs in to pull the legs in. We got two more here. Nice and long, warming up, coming back on in. Bring those legs together. Wrap your feet like you're a bird on a perch. Keep yourself upright if you can. Pressing on out. Exhale, come back on in again. Nice, deep, big, expansive breaths. You're going to do this last one here. Coming back on in, flex those feet, pull those toes back, and then again, pressing on up. Exhale as you come back on in. The lower you go, the harder it is. We got two more here. Nice big breaths, little back stays down. Last one, come all the way on in. Stay up here. Raise your legs up towards the ceilings. Bring your hands back behind your thighs, and then just point and flex the ankles for me here. If at any point you feel like being upright is too much on your head or neck, by all means, leave it down. And just keep the body moving, because that's what we're here for. You're going to finish that one there. If you can, curling yourself on up, release the hands, and then we're going to start our 100 here. Inhaling for those 5 counts, exhaling for those 5 counts. Reaching through those feet, reaching through your hips, maybe lowering the legs a little if you want a little harder. Maybe a little more. If you want any easier, you can bend in. If not, you can go as low as just barely off the ground. 2 more big breaths. Bend it all back on in. Shake out whatever you gotta shake out. Awesome. So then we're gonna come on up. Flex your feet like crazy. They're squeezing together. And then we're doing our full roll down. So arms are gonna be out in front of you. Rotate through those hips. You're sending those abs back. You're inhaling really big when you think you can't go any further. Exhale to maybe blow yourself back a little more. You're either going all the way down to the mat, or you roll up where you feel like you're going to lose control. Again, inhaling to start, exhale through that sticky spot, have that forward bend, re-stacking your spine, and again, curling back. Feet nice and flexed. Use your breath. If you want an extra challenge, bring those arms over your head, curl yourself on back here. Keep the arms right over your head as you come all the way on up and all the way forward. We got one last one here. Going on down. All the way over and all the way back on up. Nice. So from here, we are going to pull one leg on in. We're going to extend it up towards the ceiling. So pull it in, lay yourself down, flex that bottom foot, and then we're going to send that leg straight up towards the ceiling for a single leg circle. So arms and chest staying down, nice and broad. You're going to lift the hip up, circle across the body. Exhale, pull the leg back on up to center. And then again, inhale to cross. Exhale to come up. We're doing 3 in both directions. So once you finish this one, pause at the top, reverse. Keep that bottom foot nice and flexed. Really reach into that leg. One last one. Bend that leg on in, switching leg. That leg gets nice and flexed with the foot. Straighten the other leg up towards the ceiling. We cross the body, circling around for 3. One last one. Pause at the top, and then reverse, going out to the outside. Press through that foot. Keep those shoulder blades down. Last one there. Coming all the way back on in. Hug those legs in nice and close. Press your knees into your hand. Lift yourself on up. And then we're going to place our hands down on the mat to slide our hips forward to the front of our mat. Grab hold of those legs. Hug them in nice and close. Round your back out. And then we're going into rolling like a ball. So when you're ready, inhale really, really big. Going back. Exhale. Blow yourself back on forward. If this doesn't feel right on your mat or on your floor, by all means either skip it, grab a pillow, grab an extra blanket, whatever you gotta do. One last one, curl them back and curl it on forward. Place those feet down, place your hands down, sit your hips on back, grab hold of one of those legs again. Went back a little too far. You're gonna roll yourself back, and then we're starting our single leg stretches and switching. Inhaling for one, exhaling for one, or if you want to go a little faster, you could inhale for two and exhale for two. But go at your pace. If this doesn't feel right for your head or neck, leave it down, but keep those legs moving. One last switch there. Bringing both legs on in. Both arms and legs are going to reach away from each other. You're kind of in 100 again. Circle the arms to hug the legs back on in. And then inhaling out. Exhaling back on in. One last one here. Out. Exhale back on in. Relax yourself down. Shake out any tension that you may have. Anything in your neck, rock your head side to side. In your back, rock those knees side to side. And then we've got our scissors. So, holding on behind an ankle, a calf, a thigh, just not behind the knee because it's a little too delicate in there. You're going to stand one leg out, one leg up towards the ceiling. You're picking up to switch. And then switching. I always like this one because I feel like you get a nice hamstring stretch as a reward for all your hard work. One last one there. Bring both legs on up. Hands come behind your head to support that head and neck. Elbows nice and wide. You're going to inhale, send both those legs on. Exhale, pull them both back on up. I've got a weird hair on my sock. And again, inhale and long. Exhale, pull back on up. We've got three more. If this feels like too much, bend the knees. Go one leg at a time. Last one. Bend on in. Relax it down. Shake off whatever you gotta shake off. Keep those hands behind your head. Come back up into tabletop. Oblique twist. Curling yourself on up. You're going to twist to one side. Reaching long. Twisting back. You're either inhaling for one side, exhaling for the other, or if you want to go a little faster again, you could inhale for two, exhale for two. One last switch. And then come back on in. Awesome. You're going to press yourself on up. We're going to come into a straddle. So your legs are going to be nice and wide. You're going to inhale those arms up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, think you reach up to come up and over, having a forward bend. Inhaling to restack your spine. Exhaling to come forward. Inhaling back on up, really flex through those feet if your hips, or if your hip flexors are feeling a little tight, have a soft bend at the knee. We're going to do one last one like that. And then all the way on up, and then we're going to go into our open leg rockers. So, we're going to do a little modification first as a little warm up. We're going to place our elbows on the insides of our knees. They're going to be glued there. And then tip yourself back onto a bit of balance point here. Keep those elbows and those knees connected, round through your spine. Inhale so big. You're going to rock yourself back. Exhale, bring yourself back forward, but try not to let those feet touch. And then again, inhale and back, exhale and back forward. If you want to make this bigger, you're going to grab hold of those ankles or your calves, straighten the legs, rolling back, and rolling back up. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. You're going to do this last one here. Pause at the top. Oh, pause at the top. And then bring those legs together. Whether your elbows are here, bring them on the outside. Or you're holding onto your ankles or your calves. Legs are together. Rolling back here. Exhale, come back on up. You're going to do this last one. Coming on up. Bring those legs on down. And then we're going to go into saw. So come back into that straddle. Actually, I'm going to do this guys. Come back into your straddle. Arms are going to be out to the outside. Excuse my dirty socks. And then you're going to inhale as you twist. Exhale, forward bend, reach up through that back hand. Coming on up. Untwist. Twist a little further. Coming on up. Use that exhale to forward bend. Use that inhale to restack yourself. We're going to do one more on both sides. Nice. And then we're going to come down to our stomach for our swans. So, laying on down. Hands are going to be down by our sides, but I don't want you to use them until absolutely necessary. Traditionally, our legs are going to be squeezing together. If that doesn't feel right for your hips or low back, leave them only hip distance apart, but no further. So when you're ready, hip bones are pressing down, so those glutes are already turned on. Hands are going to be down by your side. You're going to inhale, lift yourself up as high as you possibly can. Use those hands, make it bigger. And then exhale as you come all the way back on down. Make whatever adjustments you need to make. Inhale to come on up. Exhale, make it bigger. Really think about those shoulder blades coming down your back, stretching those abs. One last one, all the way up and all the way back on down. Awesome. You're going to bring those hands out in front of you, grabbing hold of your invisible pegboard. You're going to pull those elbows underneath you until you're either at an extension that you like or until those elbows are right underneath your shoulders. But find something that works for you. Pull those shoulder blades down and back, press through those elbows. Lift those legs up as high as you possibly can, and then you're bending and bending. Nice big stretches through your quads maybe, but those glutes and those hamstrings are working like crazy. Last one there. Nice. Bring those legs back together unless it doesn't feel right for your body. Place one cheek down on the mat. Your hands are going to go behind your back, one on top of the other, as high up your back as you can. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, kick your feet to your seat 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, bend back on in. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach up. Switch cheeks. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Coming all the way on back. Nice. You're going to press through those hands, lift yourself on up. Have a quick child's pose here. And then we're going to come on down. We are going to do our shoulder bridge and our neck pull and then our jackknife, my favorite. So, laying down on your back, your feet are about hip distance apart, fairly close to your sits bones, reaching those shoulder blades down into the mat, down your back, triceps are pressing down. And then we're going to curl our hips on up, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale as you curl them all the way back on down. And then again, inhaling on up, exhaling back on down. We're doing one last one here, all the way on up and all the way back on down. And then we're gonna add in 3 single leg kicks. So come up to the top of your shoulder bridge, take one leg out, kicking it up towards the ceiling, back on down. Pointing it up, flexing it down, place a foot down, switch legs. Inhale, point to kick up, exhale, flex to kick down. Once you've done your third one there, lower your hips on down. You can bring those knees on in, press your shins into your hands, lift yourself on up. Feet are going to be hip distance apart, legs nice and straight, feet nice and flexed. Neck pull. Traditionally, neck pull is done with a foot strap. We don't have one today, and most of you guys at home probably don't have a foot strap or a mat with a foot strap, so who needs it? You're going to bring those hands behind your head. Neck pull is just like a roll down, but think longer. So you're going to think nice and upright thoughts. You're going to curl yourself back as long as you possibly can. And then when you're ready, you're going to come all the way back on up, have that forward bend. And then again, if you wanted to try going a little further, go a little further, but you think as long as you possibly can, coming on up, forward bend, restack. And then maybe a little further. Coming all the way up with as much length as possible. All the way on up, one last one. Curling on back, shoulder blades stay down. Feet are nice and flexed, reach through those heels. And forward bending, and all the way back on up. Okay. Hands are down by our side, legs squeezed together. We're gonna go straight into our jackknife as we curl backwards. So when you're ready, you're gonna press through those hands, engage those abs to keep those legs nice and engaged. As you curl backwards, the legs lift up. You're gonna continue going, think as high as you possibly can, and then come down with lots and lots of length. For some, this may mean a little hip lift and back on down. That is totally okay. Whatever you have today. And then when you're ready, sending those legs away, coming all the way back on up. Lots of length. Reach and decompress that spine. And then coming all the way on down with as much length as you can, keeping the shoulder blades down. Reach through those legs. Maybe they lower to the mat. Maybe they don't. Use that exhale as you come down. Inhaling all the way on up. This is our last one. All the way down. Nice. And then we're going to roll over onto one side. We're going to bring our hand underneath our head, unless that doesn't feel right for your shoulder, in which case leave the arm long. You're going to line your hips up towards the back edge of your mat. Your feet are going to come forward towards the front edge. Top hand can either be down on the mat, extra challenge behind your head. You're going to bring that top leg up to about hip height. And when you're ready, kicking forward, point to the back again. Kicking up, point to the back. We're doing one last one here, all the way forward, all the way to the back. Bring that leg over top that other leg. Turn it out, so squeeze that glute. Try to get those toes and those knees more towards the ceiling. Coming up, squeezing and flexing down. Pointing up, flexing down. We got 2 more. Last one. And then those développés. So you're drawing the toe up the inside of the leg, pointing the leg up towards the ceiling. Flex it as you come all the way back on down. And then again, pointing, dragging up, flexing all the way back on down. One more time. Pointing up, flexing down. And then we're going to reverse it. Flex it up, point the toe, drag it down the inside of your leg. Flex, point, bend, and extend. One last one. Flex, point, bend, extend. Awesome. You're going to bring that leg up to hip height again. Have a little turn out here. If your hand was up behind your head, bring it down now. You're going to bring the leg forward, rond de jambes, kick it all the way up and all the way to the back. And then again, 3 both directions. Inhale for that first half of the circle, exhale for the second half, and then we're going to reverse it, sending it all the way to the back, picking it up nice and high, all the way to the front. Really reach. And once you finish that third one there, you're going to leave that leg over top the other leg, zip the bottom one up to it, and back on down. And then zipping it up, and back on down. One more time, they zip up, they're going to stay together, they're lowering together, and lifting together, and lower, and lift one more time, they lower, and lift back on up, lower them down, lower that bottom arm down if it's not already. Really find a strong part or a spot for your hand. Glue everything together, we're lifting up, and back on down, and up, and down. One more time, lifting up, and back on down. Whew. And then we get to do it all over again on the other side. So, either rolling yourself over or flipping yourself around. We're on our other hip. So, lining yourself up towards the back edge of the mat. That bottom arm is underneath you, so whether your hand's on your head or it's long is up to you. Top hand either down into the mat or behind your head, but whatever you're doing on one side, do on the other side. You're going to bring that top leg up to about hip height, and then when you're ready, we're kicking forward and pointing to the back. We got one last one here. Kicking to the front, point to the back, bring that leg over top that other leg. Slight turn out here, pointing up, flexing down, pointing up, flexing down. I always love these. I was never a dancer, but this always makes me feel like a dancer. You're gonna do that last one here, and then we're gonna point the toe, drag the toe at the inside of the leg, pointing the leg up towards the ceiling, flex the foot as you bring it down. And again, pointing the toe, drag it up, flex the foot, bring it down. Once you finish this last one, you're gonna keep the foot nice and flexed, bring it all the way back on up, point through the toe, bend the knee, drag that toe on down your leg, flexing the foot, bring it up, bend and point. Last one. Nice, bring that leg over top that of the leg. If your hand was up, bring it down now, and then 3 rond de jambes both ways. So kicking forward, pick it up, all the way to the back. And then kicking forward again. Whew. One leg always feels harder than the other. And then we gotta reverse it, send it all the way to the back. Don't cheat yourself. Come all the way up into the front. This one I always find so much harder. All the way back forward. Leave that leg up at hip height, flex through that foot, zip them on way up to it, and back on down, and then zip them up, and back on down, and up. On the next one, they're gonna stay together. So zip them up, then lower together, then lift together, and lower, and lifting. One more time. Then lift, then lower, the bottom arm extends, top hand pressing down like crazy, glue everything together, pick it all up, and place it all back on down. And then picking it up, and back on down. One more time. Up, and then back on down. Nice. So, from here, we have everyone's favorite teaser. Maybe not favorite. You know what? We're learning to love them. Especially after that ab video when I think I made you do like, what, 10 teasers? Oops. Okay, if you haven't done it, find it after this one. I challenge you. It's so much fun. At least I thought so. So, modified version of a teaser. We're going to sit ourselves back to find our teaser. And maybe this is your teaser today. Or you could think about straightening the arms, straightening the legs. If you want to go for it, full teaser. You start laying down on the mat, you pick everything up. I'm going to demo the full teaser, but if you need to start sitting, do that. Listen to your body, listen to your back, support with your abs. Okay, legs long, hands are down, chest nice and broad. Before you even start to lift anything, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze those legs together like crazy. Press those abs down like you're trying to fill in this gap. And then when you're ready, you're gonna inhale as you nod your chin towards your chest, picking everything on up. And then you're exhaling to come all the way back on down. Next one, we're gonna do our upper body lower lifts. So when you're ready, picking everything up, keep it here, lowering back, lifting up again, lowering down, lifting back on up. One more time. Lowering and lifting, and everything lowers. Cool. Next one, legs lower and lift. So squeeze those legs together, abs pressing down. Inhale, lifting on up. You lower the legs, you lift the legs, and lower. Use that exhale. Lift it all up before coming all the way back on down. Awesome. So we are going to go into hip circles. Official transition, we're going to teaser one last time. If not, you can arrive in here however you want to. You're going to come on up into your teaser, bring those arms back behind you or back onto your elbows, and then we're going into it. If not, sit yourself back, find a comfortable position. I can't see you, but I hope you're trying your best. So you're going to bring those legs up. You're going to twist to one side, circle the legs all the way down and around. Exhale, pull them back to center, pause, reverse. Going down and around. Exhale, come back on up. We're just doing threes, that was one. Inhaling and exhaling, that's two. One last one. Come back on down. Nice job. Those are hard, especially after teasers. And then we gotta do swimming. Fun fact, swimming is my hardest move in Pilates. I just find it's all sorts of difficult. So much extension. So those arms are gonna be out in front of you. Modification for swimming. You're gonna lift one arm, one leg at a time. They're opposite arm to leg. If not, fullest expression. You're gonna lift everything on up, arms and legs, and then make your alternate switches up here. Okay, when you're ready, you're going 3 long, big, deep breaths. So lifting up, big inhale, big exhale. Happy thoughts. And back on down. Press yourself back. One extra little child's pose. And then we've got seal. Seal is so much fun. So, with seal, getting into seal, if you were to sit with the soles of your feet together, what you're going to do is you're going to thread your hands underneath your legs and hold on to your ankles. So you're kind of in this position. And then we're basically going to roll with that. And the reason why it's called seal is because we can add in little foot claps, like a seal clap. So, coming on back, thread your hands through, holding onto your ankles here. When you're ready, try a couple claps here. And then we're going to roll back and try to pause in the air and add in a couple claps. It's really hard, but try for that control. Curling back. Clap, clap, clap. Curling forward. Don't let those feet touch. Clap, clap, clap. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Nice. One more time. Inhale into the back. Exhale into the front. Awesome. If you want an extra challenge, try to roll yourself back, release the hands, roll yourself forward, come all the way up to standing without using your hands. I believe in you. You can do it. Curl back, release hands, curl yourself forward, send the thumbs forward, come all the way on up to standing. And then we got push-ups. I don't know if I'm still in frame here, but we'll make do. You're gonna inhale those arms up towards the ceiling, dive your head, curl yourself forward, reach forward here. You're gonna walk yourself out into your plank. Reach back through those heels. You're gonna do 1 to 3 push-ups for me, pushing down. And then walking yourself all the way back on in, all the way back up to standing. Roll those shoulder blades back. And great job, everyone. That is so good. So hard, but so much fun, and it just gets you so set up for the rest of your day, whatever you may be doing right now. Working from home, maybe another workout, walking the dogs, going for a hike. But just make sure to stay safe. Stay inside as much as you can, social distance, all those good things. And sending lots and lots of love and healthy vibes. And I will see you all very soon, I hope. Bye!